Hey, Rainy Joe here, and this is 1001 Reviews, a series where I plan on reviewing every single album from the 1001 Albums to Listen to Before You Die book. And today we're looking at the Ramones' 1976 self-titled album, Ramones. Ramones released this album underneath the Sire label, produced by Tommy Erdelyi with Craig Leon, art direction from Greg Allen and C.V. Bates, and Nationality USA. It has a running time of 29 minutes and 4 seconds, making it quite a short album. Now, at just 29 minutes long, this has 14 songs, meaning most songs only reach about 2 minutes, with not a single track here reaching a 3-minute mark. Kicking things off, we have the opener, Blitzkrieg Bop, a iconic track, and let's not waste any time, let's just get into it. Iconic right from the beginning. Such a simple line, Ayo, let's go. But it's a perfect chorus. Ready? Closing this song out with an amazing opener. An incredibly iconic track. 176 million streams at the time of recording this for good reason. Ramones really understand the concept of punk and punk rock and really just how to have fun and be noisy, because this is an incredibly fun and noisy track, and it wastes no time with its 2 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and say that's a 10 out of 10. Next we have On The Brat. Never heard this one myself. After the Blitzkrieg Bop, I would say I'm going into uncharted territory, so going forward, this really is a true first reaction. So, no wasting time here. On The Brat. I can expect them more from what we heard. Repeating chorus. Repetitive choruses work great in punk. I mean, repeat it until it works. His singing too, I mean, it's not great, but that's kind of part of punk, you know? Bunch of amateurs. Love the drumming. Definitely feels like it carries on the energy from the first one. I mean, there's a certain production quality that Ramones have with this album. I like that one. I'm gonna go ahead and give that a 10. You know, Ramones are catchy. Ramones are incredibly catchy. Junie is a punk. Judy is a punk. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Their whole style too is just fun. The old lady swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. The second verse, same as the first, reference to Henry VIII I Am. Great song as well. Great fun little novelty song. What a fun little track. Again, loving the songs here so far. I'm going to give that one a 10 as well. Just loving the energy, loving the catchiness of the songs. I like the references here to, you know, there was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I like the reference to Henry VIII I Am. Just little tidbits of Easter eggs in that compact minute and 30. Give it a 10. This album's really shaping up to be a bit of a hot streak. I Want to Be Your Boyfriend is next. I like that. It's a pretty simple song. More love focus. Switch it over to Pink. That love. Not feeling this one as much as the others. I'll say there's a bit of a not as strong as the first three. Still enjoyable. Give that one a 8. It's still very good. Ramones really dropping down the tempo from what's to come to expect from after those first 3 tracks, switching things up with a romantic level song. And it's, it's pretty sweet. It's pretty enjoyable. Breaks things up a little bit. onto the 5th track, Chainsaw. Jesus, is that a garbage disposal? That was disgusting. I know it's probably a chainsaw, but that's disgusting. Vile in the ears. I like the drumming here. Very constant. Alright. I'd give that an 8 as well. I feel like they're running out of steam already. Now I want to sniff some glue. 1 minute and 35 seconds. Waste no time. What do they want to do in this next track? There it is. Ooh. Ooh, this is nice. This is really nice. Great energy. And oh man, only 40 minutes or 40 seconds in, and it's constantly just switching up the tone here. The sound is shifting. That's such a simple song, but very refreshing. This is what I like from Ramones. Great song. Wow. 10. They're such a simple band with everything they're saying here. I mean, there's no double entendres, no beating around the bush. Very direct with their lyrics. But man, oh man, do they know how to make that fun. I don't want to go down to the basement. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. The longest track on here. Hopefully they can pull that off. Great punk is short. This is pretty great punk so far, though. They understand that steady drums and an easy riff is all you need. That's clearly like a riff from Hang On To Yourself by David Bowie. Very clear. Just coming in strong. That part there. Good song though, even though it's a very clear, direct, sample of Bowie's "Hang On To Yourself." It's utilized well here, and I mean, if it's a good riff, it's a good riff. At the end of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and give that a 8. Loudmouth. 2 minutes and 15. Eventually, their sound starts to just kind of all sound the same. Which is a bit of a flaw, but can they ride it out? Because really, what's so different about this than the last track? Okay, my bad, I'm sorry. He didn't approve of me criticizing. It's okay, that one's okay. I'd give that one a 7. You know, wouldn't turn it off. I heard it, but I don't think it's as strong as anything else on here. Kind of repetitive in a bad way for the first time. Havana Affair. See what I mean though by the riffs are all starting to sound the same? Eventually the drumming and the guitars and the just constant up-tempo sound really starts to run its course over the 30 minutes that this album is, which is a bit of a flaw, I guess, a bit of a letdown, but I mean, at the same time, it's still, at its core, pretty direct punk rock. That cowbell we got into the mix? A little bit of cowbell. Didn't expect that. Okay. Havana Affair. Sounds like more of the same of what we heard. Dealing with spies, though, this time around. Dealing with a bit more of the Cold War take. But again, Doesn't change the fact that I feel like I've heard this. I'm going to go ahead and give that a 7. It's starting to run its course at this point. Listen to My Heart. Minute 58. Even that riff there sounds similar to Hang On To Yourself by Bowie. Clearly they got a lot of inspiration from that song alone. It was punk after all. 7. Oh, this song is apparently about D.D. Ramone, one of the band members, selling his body as a teenager into prostitution to make money for drugs. So that's an interesting little bit of information. Let's jump into it. 53rd and 3rd is the name of it. I like the singing, the backup singing. I actually like this song a lot more than the previous one. Previous few, really. Alright. D.D. Ramone, not a good singer at all. Terrible singer. Atrocious. I do like the song, though. That's a quality song. Let's Dance, 1 minute and 51. Not a reference to Bowie's Let's Dance, because that wasn't out yet. So I guess this is not at all related. Oh, this is actually a cover of the 1962 song performed by Chris Montanaz. Did not know that. But let's just go into it. I love this. The backup instrumentation is very nice. Sounds like a piano almost. That. Piano. Clear piano. Pretty fun song. 8 out of 10. Quality cover. Pretty fun. Enjoyed it. I Don't Want to Walk Around With You is the next one. Second to last. Repetitive in nature, but catchy. Shit is catchy. A little bit of a change in direction there. Alright. Seems like that song transitions into the next. However, I just want to pop in and say that is an 8. Yes, repetitive. Not exactly that explorative in its sound, but 1 minute and 40. It's still pretty fun for that little bop there. And right into the last track. Today Your Love, Tomorrow the World. Surprised there's a lot of got away with saying Nazi on this song. Oh, I like this. Great outro. Fun way to end things. Upbeat. Infectious. Fun. Capturing the ethos of the band. This feels like an ending. This feels like a finale. This feels like a climax. There it is. That's a pretty good one too. I give that one a 9 to close out the album. A 9, which is a solid closer. And that pretty much does it for the listening portion of the album. First time hearing it myself, other than the first track here, Blitzkrieg Bop. I jumped into the rest of these completely not knowing what to expect. However, if you like Blitzkrieg Bop, and if, let's say, you love that song, then you will for sure like this album. It is a fantastic album in terms of capturing the ethos of punk rock. It is one of the pioneers of punk rock, and it is just a overall enjoyable half hour. Yeah, there's a couple of songs in here that I would say are a bit of a dud. For example, Loudmouth or Listen to My Heart, I think, are a couple of duds. But other than Blitzkrieg Bop, there's some other perfect tracks in here. Beat on the Brat, Judy is a Punk, Now I Want to Sniff Some Glue. Sounds silly, but that's kind of where Ramones sort of succeeds, is in a sense of silliness with their lyrics. I mean, Blitzkrieg Bop, come on, that's the biggest hit that they ever put out. And do people really know what it's about? No. Is it a lot of fun? Hell yeah. And that's what punk rock to some extent is about. There's obviously different facets of punk rock that go into a more political area, and there are some political songs on here, but for the most part, just this pure, simplistic, amateurish, fun sound is what really thrives here on this album. So yeah, overall pretty great album, and I would go ahead and give the soft rating an 8.5 out of 10. And the hard rating, I'm going to put at a 9 out of 10. I know a lot of people would say this is a 10-10 perfect album, but I would say that it's not perfect. It's near perfect, though. It's definitely a 9 out of 10. And an essential album for sure. Essential punk rock, and it gets an E, obviously, for essential. It definitely deserves a place in this book. So yes, E for essential. And that pretty much does it for this album. Let's go ahead and see what the next album we're listening to is in the 1000 albums listened to before you die book. Random number generator on Google, 1 to 1001. Generate 15. That is a low album. Let's go ahead and see. Tito Puente's Dance Mania. Don't know it at all. Never even heard of her, but I'll review that in about a week from now. Anyways, that pretty much does it for this video. If you like the video, please hit like and subscribe to follow along in listening to every album from the 1000 albums to listen to before you die book. And as always, my name is Randy Joe, and I am signing off.